And welcome in to be our guest. And we have one of our favorite people, no doubt about it. Jack and I both feel the same way. Mitch Henry, you are the president over there at Faulkner University.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have, somebody asked me the other day, well, why do you like him so much? And no, seriously. And I said, because I think I love the fact that what he does is he finds a need and he fills it.
Yes, ma'am. We're all about that. Miss Virginia, it's a pleasure to be with you here today. Thank you for inviting me. It's so good to see you.
Well,
and
I love
to be
it.
a part of this show. It is so. I've got to tell you, I get stopped whenever a segment airs. If I'm on the show, we saw you on TV. And I get more compliments from your show, and it's because the show's so good and so needed, and people appreciate it in the community. So thanks for what you and Brother Jack are doing.
Well, I'm lucky to be able to work with him, and
Yes,
I thank you again. I think one of the biggest honors I've ever had was to give your commencement speech for your health sciences.
And what a rousing speech, folks. She brought the house down, and I still have students come up to me and say, where did you find her? She was amazing, so inspiring for our students.
Well,
and
what you're
we're
doing,
blessed.
what you're doing there in the field of healthcare, I want to talk a little bit about that because you're doing some amazing things there, and just give us an idea of the different things that we can go to Faulkner for, to specialize in, to learn, and then I want to talk a little bit about the nursing program.
Yes, be glad to do that. So Faulkner's had a long tradition of preparing students for professional school, particularly in healthcare. So for years, even before I became president, the school would prepare students to go to medical school, to dental school, to vet school. In fact, a number of my board members are doctors and veterinarians and those that benefited from the undergraduate tradition to prepare students to go to other schools. Well, then my predecessor, Mike Williams, got together with the faculty and said, why don't we have our own professional schools? And so there was a need for healthcare so desperate in our community. We thought, well, why don't we proceed in that regard? I was not the president when our College of Health Sciences started, but I was the general counsel for the university and saw that makes good sense. And then when I became president, I had the privilege of finishing with the help of many donors, the College of Health Sciences building, which converted what was the Burlington Coat Factory into an amazing facility,
It is
state-of-the-art,
beautiful. It is.
the best equipment in the world, and with partnerships with state agencies and with private donors and our medical community, that college is thriving in ways that you just can't imagine. So physician's assistants, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and now this year, nursing, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. So we're so excited about that, and we've got some special programs and offers to help build it up those first few years, and would love to share with you about that.
Well, I would like for you to please touch on this program where you can get ahead.
Yes. So if you've got children or grandchildren, or if you've got friends who are adults that have worked in healthcare that want to get a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, they can get ahead through a program that we call early admission. And so as a junior or senior in high school, they can apply and begin taking online dual enrollment prerequisite nursing courses and can get ahead as much as a year of college before they even get to the university. And then our nursing program, there's the freshman and sophomore year, that's pre-nursing, or what we call the lower division nursing. And then the junior and senior year, that's the upper division nursing. Our program has been designed by Dr. Shelley Vardaman, who is at Troy. She has come to be with us. It's an 8-semester program. So a lot of programs are 9 semesters, some even 10 semesters. But ours is concentrated, and with the great facilities that we have, the students are able to finish in, I wouldn't call it an accelerated way, but I would call a very aggressive way
Right.
to finish that degree and get out there and be a professional nurse and help our folks in our community even faster.
Amen. And you know, the beautiful part about that is I hate to say this, but I'm sure that nurses make a lot more than I ever made as a teacher. But actually, the beauty of it is that, you know, if you have that heart for that, I have always felt that you've got to have two things, and that's competence and compassion.
Oh, that's
they
so
need
true.
to be dual.
Absolutely.
And you can walk out of Faulkner with that nursing degree, and you can find a job. You'll have one before you ever walk the line.
We fully expect
I am
our
serious.
nursing students to have jobs before they finish their program
will.
and their clinicals. There's such a tremendous need. We went through that pandemic. A lot of nurses, it was so difficult to avoid burnout. A lot of nurses took their retirements. A lot of nurses, unfortunately, some burned out. And there are needs, not just in our community, it's all over the country.
It's everywhere.
And so there are nurses that are receiving travel nurse pay that is so high compared to so many others. And so it's a very lucrative and attractive degree, but it's one at its core that is about helping people.
It's about caring.
And it's a ministry. You know, I've
It
shared
is.
with you, Miss Virginia, when I became Faulkner's president 3 years ago, that our theme was, and it is, vocational ministry. We want every student to make their career, whatever it is, a ministry to serve other people. And we feel like at a Christian university, that's what Jesus was about. That's what we need to be about. And so with nursing, it just fits. And it made sense when I got there. I said, we need to step into this space. We need to help fulfill this need. And it's consistent with our mission to do all we can to serve people.
You're right, because that was Jesus. He
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
come to be served. He
Came to serve others.
serve
That's
others.
so true.
Thank you, and you're
yes,
doing
ma'am.
that. So
and
thank
we're so
you.
pleased to be able to offer a program that has Christ at its center, and that makes a big difference too. Because
Well-
you know, when you get in trouble and you need medical help, it's not just physical; it's emotional and it's spiritual as well. And our teachers believe that. They've been handpicked, every one of them, and our students, they benefit from that when they get out there to be a nurse themselves.
Well, amen to that. And nurses are loving people, and God is love, and in the end, that's what it's all about.
That's so true.
So, it is a pleasure to have you.
It's
Thank
so
you
good.
so much.
So good to see you, Miss Virginia.
It's fun, and thank y'all, and we'll be right back.